Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and arts and events and paraphernalia. And once again, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's joining me today and to miskatonicbooks.com for sponsoring this show. Thank you so much for your support, Miskatonic Books. It really means an enormous amount to me and to everyone who follows the show. Thank you so much for keeping the show alive. Miskatonicbooks.com have got some very cool news there. Styx edition, exclusive edition of the new Hekateion. The Hekateion, the new edition of the Hekateion, with the 3-page insert is shipping, folks. This is really nice. So there's 72 of these deluxe calf leather bound editions with marbled end papers sewn in ribbon marker and ribbed spine. People have started receiving their copies of the book, and it's just really lovely. So folks, for exclusives like this one, go and check out miskatonicbooks.com on their website and also on their Facebook page over here. There we go. That's miskatonicbooks.com. Thanks again for your sponsorship, Miskatonic Books. Awesome stuff. All right, folks, we've got some worrying news actually from Quarea, and this is it. It's essentially Josephine's telling us that if you live in the EU, EEA, Northern Ireland, if we were thinking about buying a deck, a Quarea deck, maybe the Mr. Gogus deck or the Magician's deck, then you might want to do that in the next 2 days. That was actually yesterday, those members who are watching on the day that I'm releasing this on Thursday, 12th of December. Today it does seem to be the final day when you're able to order a deck from Quarea. So, of course, I've put the links down to the Mr. Gogus deck and to the Voyage deck, the Journey deck, which is like the smaller version of the Mr. Gogus deck. This is because of new regulations making shipping between the UK and the EU even tougher, even more expensive, even crazier than it already was. And I just despair, folks. I just despair how our small independent creators supposed to survive with this kind of this wall around the UK. It's just really tough. I feel so bad. Hopefully this will be kind of a last straw situation, and people will wake up. I don't know. I hope so. We'll see. I don't know. Apologies for the short notice. We were only informed this morning. Yeah, fair enough. So this does not affect the Quarea course or the course books, of course, just the decks and artwork. So we're talking about art, right? For the US, should tariffs become an issue, we will figure a way to work with it. Obviously, I would imagine that probably if Quarea's audience is anything like my audience, is probably mostly from the US, and so that would make sense. But yes, due to the new GSPR coming into effect on December 13th, I will no longer be able to ship my artwork or decks to the EU and EEA countries or Northern Ireland. The need for an expensive official EU agent, the bureaucracy, paperwork, and the regulations for packaging mean that we can no longer afford to ship to Europe on Friday. All EU, EEA, NI button options will be removed, and so we're so sorry about this. And we certainly can't blame you, Josephine, and we really hope that things change soon, because this is awful. Really awful. All right, so as I say, I'll leave links down to Josephine's decks down below for those members who are watching this actually on Thursday. And yeah, I mean, those of you watching on Friday, by all means, take a look, see if you are still in time. But yeah, that's bad, right? Okay, so from really bad news to really good news, folks. This is something that I've been looking forward to sharing with you for a little while. You can see my face down here. Let me tell you a little bit about this. So this is something that I've been working on with Carrie Paris, the tarot creator, and her associate Teresa Reed. This is a course on essentially on talismans. So it's a course that's mostly aimed at people who have some understanding of astrology and who are interested in taking the step into ceremonial magic, though having an understanding of astrology is not a prerequisite. Right? Everything will be covered. Let me tell you a little bit about how cool this course is going to be, and I'm actually genuinely excited, folks. You can see over here featuring 5 special guest presenters. Let me tell you about those in a second. First of all, I just want to draw your attention to what this course centers around. So this is kind of like really an excuse to have the course. It's a very, very beautiful. It's built like a little bit like a board game. I suppose it's not a game at all. It's you're seeing just the reverse side of the board right now. It's two-sided. The two sides are involvable, and you get all of these little tokens which are made of really nice shimmery resin, representing all different astrological useful bits of information. And you also get a number of charms, which you can see up here, these have traditionally been used for charm casting and those kinds of things. So there's already been a whole course around this entire thing, and it's called My Living Astrology Chart, right? And that's the idea over here. And well, we were thinking about how we could use it in an exciting way for a new course. Well, we've come up with this idea for a talismanic alchemy course. So it's really alchemy and talismans. The idea is to approach ceremonial magic from a perspective of from the start, like, what is it? How does it work? Why does it work? What can you do to make it work better for yourself? Things like this. And yeah, so we've got these five teachers involved. I'm one of those teachers, right? So it's organized, as I was saying, by Teresa Reed and Carrie Paris. Carrie Paris will actually be giving a little bonus lesson at the very, very end. So the first lesson is going to be by me, Essential Principles of Ceremonial Magic. I'll let you read the whole blurb in your own time. Okay, class number 2 will be taught by Damien Eccles. The concept of the body of light, right? The body of light over here. Then we've got a second lesson by me, so a third lesson, should I say, in the whole thing. The second one that I'm going to be teaching, called Introduction to Talismans and Talismanic Magic. Then there's going to be another one by me, so I'm going to be teaching 5 of the 10 lessons, okay? Invoking Planetary Spirits, Advanced Rituals. Okay, then there's going to be class number 5, which is going to be taught by Matt Ulrich. Thank you. By the way, thank you to all the creators who agreed to get involved here. It's I'm really, really excited. Anyway, you'll see. Astrological energetics, so elemental, planetary, and zodiacal layers in psychic and magical practice. Very, very exciting looking lesson over there. Then we've got Dr. Alexander Cummins, who's going to be teaching 2 of the lessons, actually. So his first one is over here, Daily Planetary Magic, Hours, Days, and Rituals. Then we've got class number 7, which I'll be teaching 3 spells. So yeah, what spells those will be revealed in time. But the point of this lesson is really going to be to explore how spells in fact work, right? The nitty gritty there. And then so that you can build your own spells, of course. Then class number 8, also by me, Empowering Magical Objects, right? So the process of actually putting power into an object so that it then becomes powerful of its own accord. And then class number 9, Astrological Talismans, Empowerment and Utilization. That's the second lesson by Dr. Alexander Cummins. And then my final lesson will be Final Integration and Group Ritual. All of this is going to be gelled together with guided meditations in between each of the lessons. I'll come back to Carrie's bonus lesson in a second. But yeah, these guided meditations by Gabriel Marihew. And yeah, you can have a look at what those guided meditations are going to be, and they're going to be leading up to this final lesson, which is going to be a group ritual altogether. And then, yeah, this bonus instruction video crafting planetary incense paper, all of which, as I was saying, kind of focused around this. The point of focus, which is the My Living Astrology astrology chart. There we go. I've been calling it MLAC, right? So that's the MLAC, right? So yeah, that's coming up very soon. It's coming up in, let me see exactly when it is. We've been changing dates all over the place, but this is now set in stone. The first lesson will be on February the 15th of 2025, of course. So in a couple of months' time. And yeah, there are lots of different payment options. Of course, you can pay for the whole thing in one go. You can pay it in 2 goes, in 3 goes, in 4 goes, or in 5 goes. Yeah, 5 monthly payments of $67. Yeah, lots of FAQs and all the stuff that you could possibly need to make your decision on whether this is for you or not, which I will link, of course, down in the description. There we go. That's what I've been wanting to tell you about for the past, my goodness, 2 or 3 months now. So that's the 2025 My Living Astrology Chart Telesmatic Alchemy course, which you can finally enroll in. There we are. Good. Some book news. Let's go. We're starting with Aula Lucis. So you know that Arca Acanorum, The Secret of Secrets by Arthur D., the son of John Dee, has been in the process of being made for some time. It is finally shipping. So if you've been waiting for this to be available, now is the time to put in your orders. That is available as a classic hardback. I wonder if there are any Arcanum editions left. Yes, there are. Okay, so if you've seen my copy of, I can't remember what's the name of it, De Natura Rerum, which I showed in full, then you'll know how beautiful these Aula Lucis Arcanum editions are. Yeah, that's definitely a very, very good price for them. Right? Yeah, this was the one that Aula Lucis very, very kindly sent to me, and then some of you might have even been lucky enough to pick up a copy of the Hermetic Arcanum edition in that lovely super deluxe edition. Just really, really gorgeous, beautifully tooled. Very, very nice indeed. What else do we have? News. So yeah, Watkins Books pointed this one out. Thank you so much, Watkins Books. Once again, check out the links down below for links to Watkins. If you live in the UK, this really is the best way to purchase occult books, is to purchase them through an independent physical bookstore. It supports them. It makes sure that they stay open and alive and able to provide to our circles, right, to our community, the service that they've been providing for a century or so now. Very, very cool stuff. So this is Cyprianus, the Norwegian Black Book. So this is a new publisher, Mercurius Publishing. For the first for the first time in English, delve into the legendary Norwegian Black Books through this comprehensive guide. Discover how these mystical manuscripts fit into the history of grimoires and magic by exploring their contents, origins, and evolution. Unearth the folklore and legends surrounding the Black Book priests, who are believed to be master magicians with the power to heal, control demons, and command the devil himself. Read historical accounts about the individuals who used these Black Books and the magical powers they supposedly possessed. Examine for the first time in English 63 unique spells, magical recipes, and instructions from both early and later Black Books. These range from healing spells and love charms to methods for identifying trolls and witches, rituals to summon, bind, and banish the devil and his demons. So that looks really exciting to me, actually. And, well, as I was saying, if you can pick it up from Watkins, please do, or any other independent local physical bookstore. I will, of course, be leaving, here it is, links to the Amazon stores in the UK and the US for those people who don't actually have access to any English language physical bookstores locally. And of course, all of those Amazon links are associate links, and I get a little, I forget every time what to call it, but just like a little tip, right? They give me a little bit of money if you use my links to purchase the book at no extra cost to you. There we are. Next, we've got The Golden Mirror of Outer and Inner Vision, Alchemy Translations. So this is Adam McLean, of course, who is once again bringing to us some essential, very difficult to find, and yet really great translations of alchemical works. So this is The Golden Mirror of Outer and Inner Vision. This astounding mystical diagram, The Golden Mirror of Outer and Inner Vision, created in the early 18th century, is a large detailed copperplate engraving presenting the four main worlds before, in, and after creation, with their surrounding 8 and 40 gates. How each star world, stargate, number, and other things contained therein is named, and what each means is explained. It is to some extent based on Christian mystical ideas, such as appears in the Book of Revelation, but presents a unique vision of the spiritual cosmos. There we go. Thank you so much, Adam McLean, for just the volume of your work. how many translations, my goodness, and just this one looks particularly exciting to me, and I'm sure it'll look very exciting to many of you out there as well. You can see some of the other translations in his roster over here on the back of the book listed. It's very impressive. Okay, very cool. Then we've got Ætheric Magic, a complete system of elemental, celestial, and alchemical magic by Ike Baker. So we've got the paperback over here. I wasn't able to find the paperback on the amazon.co.uk site, only the Kindle edition for the moment. Maybe you'll have better luck than I have had in your searches if you're searching in amazon.uk. The ether, the energetic realm at the heart of esoteric traditions and vital to nearly every type of magic, has long been veiled in obscure language and mystery. Now, Baker demystifies the ether and teaches you how to use it in your practice. So it's really, I just want to congratulate you, Ike. This looks really very cool, and congratulations on being published by Llewellyn Publications. Right, that's very, very exciting. And yeah, so big congratulations to you there. Step by step, Baker walks you through the history, theory, and practice of etheric magic that leaves no questions or topic, and no question or topic unexplored. This comprehensive book presents not only historical evidence for this energy, but also practical applications on how to use it and direct it towards magical goals through ritual, breathwork, movement, visualization exercises. Uniting Western ceremonial traditions with Eastern energy healing practices, Etheric Magic helps you achieve material, spiritual, mental, and physical transformation in ways previously unimagined. Yes, I'm sure it'll do very well. I'm sure people will be very excited for this one. Excellent. Yeah, great. Very, very exciting stuff from Ike Baker. Over here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Yes, the Book of Yokai. You may remember about a year ago, I guess, I mentioned that I was looking for a book on the Yokai, and I had spotted that in the distant future there's going to be a book that's going to be made available as a second edition and as an expanded second edition, a nice hardcover edition. And it's here, folks, it's here, and I don't have the cash flow for it, so maybe after Christmas, we'll see. The Book of Yokai, expanded second edition, Mysterious Creatures of Japanese Folklore. So this is a second edition, as I was saying, and if we take a quick look at the table of contents over here, you'll be able to see all the good stuff that's included. It does look like a very beautiful book. It's not like a fresh illustration, a new modern illustration per page kind of affair. It is a book on the yokai. It goes over all the existing yokai, of course, but it is a little bit more sparsely illustrated maybe than some people might expect. And illustrated with traditional paintings, which actually I'm all for. I'm actually, I think this is very, very cool personally. It just might not suit everyone's tastes. So you can see some etchings there, some woodcuts, and it'll give you an idea of the format of the book. There we go. So yeah, so that's been out actually for a couple of months. I just I didn't spot it. I was looking. Did that yokai book come out? I did a search, and sure enough, it had come out back in October. There we are. Okay, we've got some fantastic new talismanic materia. From Sphere and Sundry. This is the new Fiery Wall of Protection Anointing Oil. Now, as always, folks, they've changed the way they do it. Previously, you got the write-up, and then you had to scroll all the way down to find the links to the products themselves. Now they have the products at the top, so you can see how beautiful these all look, and then you have the write-up. This time the write-up is by Austin Kopok, as a new arrival in the family, shakes things up a little bit and makes certain workings a little bit less or how to say, okay for Caitlin to be doing herself. So Austin has been, Caitlin has been giving directions, and Austin has been executing those. And of course, the election is still by Austin, as always. And you can see him hard at work over there. This looks really cool, guys. This is a it's a protection talisman, essentially, right? It's literally about setting up a firewall against anything that might wish to wish you any harm, right? And so you have all the details over here. You have all the details of the election and why that particular election was selected. And it's just really exciting. It's all really very, very cool, and it gives you an idea of exactly how the material works. Just really, really nice. There we go. Very nice. Very, very cool. All right, so that's the fiery wall of protection. Cool. Let's move on to news from Troll Cunning Forge. This one really caught my eye. It's St. Cyprian medal, patron saint of sorcerers, witches, and necromancers, brass pendants. Now, those of you who don't know Cunning Forge, Troll Cunning Forge, excuse me, he's a master at what he does. He is a sorcerer blacksmith, right? And he makes all of these by hand, of course. And this particular talisman has been quite popular, and it seems like he's got a couple more in stock, so you can pick those up. You can read the method of his working and so on, and just read the pages and pages and pages of very, very happy customers. And by the way, while you're there, you might want to check out one or two more of his items that are available. Very lovely stuff. Yeah, I expect most people, hopefully most people who are watching, will know of Troll Cunning Forge at least. And those of you who don't, check him out. He's the real deal. He's got some good stuff. Good. We've got some apparel from Anathema Publishing. Actually, this won't be the last apparel segment, but this is so nice, folks. So this is the Scorpion Milk design. This is a design that's on the page, the what do you call it? The bookmark, the bookmark that they've been shipping with all of their books recently. It is so nice. It is so nice, and I think that works really nicely on a t-shirt. So yeah. Check that out. There's a second new design. So this is kind of the white on black, which also is really lovely. So this is the second design. Let me just show you that. So it's a red phoenix rising, really, really beautiful. You can see all the little details there. Very, very cool. I'm a big fan, actually, of Anathema Publishing's choices for their apparel over here. And these are some that I've shown you already, I think. The Many Eye of the Draconic Eye. So that's very cool. And the Effluxes of Dark Mother. That's clever. Excuse me. And there you go. So yeah, go and check that out. Anathema Publishing are based in Canada, but they ship around the world, and their shipping prices are very reasonable. Good. We've got news from Dr. Alexander Cummins, who's got a new course out called The Book of the Science of Nigromancy, a live 3-part course series investigating the pact-based spirit work and spellcraft of the science of Nigromancy, a 16th century English manual of goetic conjuration. And that is happening in January. So from the 14th to the 28th of January, these sessions will be recorded. You'll receive the links to access these recordings in a weekly email, which go out in a couple of days after the live class each week. And once again, you'll be able to read the entire write-up over here. This concise handbook of unclean spirit work offers instructions on pacting with chapters or working groups of spirits considered enclosed by the ancient and senior Shedin and later devil Asmodee. Latter maybe, Asmodee, aka Ashmedai or Asmodeus, demonstrating further ancient roots of early modern Goetia. Really, really nice stuff. You can see everything that's going on in each of the sessions. I'll let you read that at your own leisure. It does look very, very cool, though. Very, very nice nice indeed. Okay, let's move on to another course over here, Cursing 101. So this is being offered by Practical Occult, and so it's Alexander Moore that I was telling you about last week. And yeah, this also looks really exciting. This one's going for $60. In a difficult world, sometimes one is forced to make difficult decisions. The lives we lead can be far from fair. It's the mission of Practical Occult to arm our discerning customers with everything they may need, from amulets to sorcerous techniques, to level the playing field. There we go. So coming off of the heels of our Protection Magic series is the other side of that coin, Aggressive Magic. Making no bones about it, this is a class on cursing. This class will provide the student with an introduction to casting offensive spells that harm people, places, and spirits if need be. Defending oneself cannot be entirely an act of fortification and turtling up. Sometimes it takes striking back to solve problems. Obviously, this isn't a class for everyone. Obviously, this isn't a class that's going to please everyone. But those of you who feel like you can use this kind of sorcery responsibly, this is definitely one to look into. All right. I told you it wasn't the only apparel segment that I was going to talk about. This is Micah Ulrich. I showed you Micah's tarot last week, which is really, really beautiful. Well, I also wanted to show you his apparel, which is available on Threadless. If you go directly through Threadless, however, there's only one design, which is kind of weird. But I'll leave a link down below, of course, to all of his actual designs. If I just open one of these over here, are we going to get to see it? Yes. You get the idea. These are really, really nice. They look like etchings in two-tone. I'm a big, big fan of this aesthetic. I think it's really lovely. Any others that I can show you here? Yeah, this Seven of Wands. I really like this one as well. Isn't that cool? Yeah, really, really nice. So that's Micah Ulrich .threadless.com. I'll leave links down below, of course. Okay, let's move on to a Kickstarter that kind of made me smile, the Rider-Waite-Smith Christmas Tarot Deck. So this is the Rider-Waite-Smith reimagined for Christmas. You can see kind of the comparison before and after. Let me see if I can maybe zoom in a little bit. Is that going to work? Maybe, yeah. There we go. I think that's quite cool, like the four ones there with the snowmen and everyone in kind of festive gear having a little fight. There we are. I think it's quite funny. The wheel of life with that kind of Christmas candy cane look. And yeah, anyway, you know it. You can see what this is. It's a little bit silly. It's a little bit cute. Definitely. I don't think this is going to be out in time for Christmas. I mean, if you're hoping to actually give this as a gift, I don't know, this unless they're expecting to spend a year making it, and then let me just zoom back out over here, making it, and then you received it. You would receive it next year in time, but no, estimated delivery is June 2025. There we go. So a strange time of the year to release it, or unless it's just a question of Christmas is on people's minds right now, and it's the right time for that kind of aesthetic, maybe, possibly. Anyway, certainly caught my eye, didn't it? There we are. And then finally, my board game of the week is this one. It's called Let's Go to Japan. I just received my own copy, and I'm very excited to play this. The idea is that you're preparing A trip to Japan where you're going to be going to both Tokyo and Kyoto, and each of the cards represents one of the things that you can do in one of those cities. There's a lot of shrines, a lot of temples. I was very, very lucky to be able to spend, I can't remember, was it 8 days in Kyoto and 10 days in Tokyo, something along those lines, back in 2009, the year before our son was born. And it was just amazing. And I literally took 2 weeks off work to plan the trip because we also managed to go around Hong Kong and mainland China and stuff like this at the same time. So that was a really amazing kind of final big journey. It was lovely. But yeah, I'm hoping to kind of recapture a little bit of that. So the idea is that you build up your plan of what you're going to be visiting, and then the second phase of the game is where you actually do the actual visiting and you try to, in fact, fit in all the things that you've planned. It just looks really cool. Let me see if I can find some more pictures. Let's go on to the next page, get a few ideas of what's going on there. Oh yes, and on the back of each card is go for a walk. So if ever you're not sure what to plan, then you can plan to just go for a walk. And then same thing, if you don't manage to do the thing that you've planned, you can go for a walk instead. Visit a rescue cat cafe. Yeah, many temples all over the place, both in Tokyo and Kyoto. So yeah, let's go to Japan. And I'm excited to play it. There we go, folks. That's what I've got for you for this week. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, to like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to have a one-to-one conversation with me on whatever topic, whether it's to talk about your spiritual progress, if you want to get some book recommendations for your particular situation, if you'd like me to read your tarot, whatever you'd like to spend 1 hour chatting with me about, there are links to do that down below. I guess we're probably coming to the end of the bookable time for now, because I'm going to be leaving Poland just for like 10, 12 days, something along those lines, between the 18th of December and I'm coming back on the 28th of December, and then there's going to be like 2 or 3 days when it's still not going to be possible to book a session with me. And then the sessions will start again after that. So yeah, if you want to book a session with me, then before Christmas, of course, then in the next week would be a good time to do that. Anything else? No, I don't think so. If there's any recommendations that you are thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, Denny would love this, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you guys are looking at, and if I've said to you in the past, yeah, I know about that, still don't hesitate. I always appreciate when people reach out to me and say, hey, have you seen this thing? And I'll be like, yeah, it's already on my list. It's okay. But I really appreciate people actually reaching out to me in that way anyway, because, well, first of all, it's really nice that people are actually thinking of me like that. And then the second thing is that, well, sometimes I don't know about this thing and I'm delighted and I can then share it with the rest of the world. So there we go. It's always worth letting me know if there's something that you've spotted and that you're not sure if I've spotted. Leave a comment for sure. There we go, folks. Thank you so much for watching once again. Please look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Take care. Bye-bye.